This is Micah 2 and 2. It says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage." I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, this is the brother Shot from the Chicago camp coming back to you. What I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And this article is on the Telegraph, and it says plan would return beachfront taken from black family in the 20s. So we're talking about something that happened. Oof, pretty much just basically 100 years ago. Okay. And so this is Los Angeles County plans to return prime beachfront property to descendants of a black couple. It's not black, it's an Israelite couple who built a seaside resort for, you see how they do it? One moment is black, then it's African Americans. But we know what the deal is. A couple who built a seaside resort for Israelites, but suffered racist harassment and were stripped of it by local city leaders a century ago, a county official said Friday. It is the county's intention to return this property. Janice Hahn, a member of the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors, told a news conference at what was known as Bruce's Beach in the city of Manhattan Beach. The decision in Los Angeles County, the nation's most populous, comes at a time of national reckoning on race and discussions at the local, state, and federal levels over reparations. It comes after multiple property transfers over the decades. Today, a county lifeguard training headquarters building sits on the property along some of the most coveted coastline in Southern California. The property encompasses two parcels purchased in 1912 by Willa and Charles Bruce, who built the first West Coast resort for Israelites at a time when segregation barred them from many beaches. They built a lodge, cafe, dance hall, and dressing tents with bathing suits for rent. Initially, it was known as Bruce's Lodge. Bruce's Beach became a place where Jakes traveled from far and wide to be able to enjoy the simple pleasures of the day at the beach, Hahn said. It did not last long. The Bruces and their customers were harassed by Edomite neighbors, and the KKK attempted to burn it down. The Manhattan Beach City Council finally used eminent domain to take the land away from the Bruces in the 1920s, purportedly for use as a park. Mm. It said the Bruces had their Californian dream stolen from them, Hahn said, and this was an injustice inflicted not just upon Willa and Charles Bruce, but generations of their descendants who almost certainly would have been millionaires if they had been able to keep this property and their successful business. All right. Now it goes on a little further, but you can read it for yourself. But you basically get the point of it. Okay. And that's why we're going to go back to this again. And we're going to start at the top. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds." And in this story's case, what's that iniquity? Stealing property from people that you did not pay for unjustly with unrighteous decrees, thus saith Isaiah 10 and 1. Okay, to fulfill your own selfish needs. It says, when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand, because the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, which is bad Uncle Esau. And because it's during this time until now, seeing as bad Uncle Esau still has his position of authority, okay, he's going to abuse the law to the fullest extent, just as when you go to Wisdom of Solomon, the second chapter, it says in the 9th and 11th verse. Actually, let's go to the 10th verse. Actually, let's go to verse 9. It says, let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. Okay, the most coveted coastline beachfront property in Southern California. Yeah, taking it and leaving it for you. Yeah, that I think that qualifies as that. For this is our portion, and our lot is this. Let us oppress the poor righteous man, the Bruce family. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing. Let our strength be the law of justice. Might makes right in our unrighteous decrees, for that which is feeble, all right, our social status in Bad Uncle Esau's kingdom, we are feeble. And because of that, he does not regard our plight and our situation in this world because it does not benefit him. And so we're going to go to verse 2. And they covet fields, beachfront property, and take them by violence, unrighteous decrees, harassment by the KKK, and houses, and take them away. This land was taken away for 100 years. It said they would have been millionaires. Let's continue. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Okay, because these damn devils took that property. You're talking about there are generations of wealth, generations of family members who could have had wealth that was completely wiped out. 100 years. You're talking about maybe at least 4 or 5 generations that could have made money, passed it down. Their children would have made more money, passed it down, or used that beachfront property profit to invest in other ventures and create more riches, more wealth. Okay. But see, this is what you have happening in this guy's kingdom. And because of all this racial tension and wickedness, now they have a council that's trying to make so-called reparations, as the article says. And even the scriptures talks about that, where it says they'll children shall seek to appease the poor. And that's bad Uncle Esau trying to make amends for all his rape, robbery, and murder. Let me just do the children shall seek. Because now with all this truth coming out, the world sees them for the devil that they truly are. And now they're like, oh my goodness, wait a minute. We gotta clean up. We got some cleaning up to do in this public relations campaign. Because you have to remember, Edomites for generations of generations thought that they were the best thing going. And you had people telling them that, no, you're a scumbag, you're the devil. And they're like, no, this can't be it. But now, thanks to this truth coming out, thanks to the internet that's further helping this truth come out, it's like, oh my goodness. Damn, our ancestors did all that. Damn, and we might get put to death. The Lord don't love us. Hey man, here you go. Here's some land. Here you go. Okay. Where is that? Where it says that their children shall. Is that in the Old Testament? Uh yeah, Job 20 and 10. It says, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. All right, and that's what they're doing with this whole uh, new council thing, this nationwide council thing. They're trying to right wrong acts that were done to Israelite families back in the day. And what you have to realize is that this is a small microcosm of what's happened on a grand scale, because you have imposters. Now, I can't specifically say that because the algorithm catches on, but we all know uh, there are bastards that are dwelling in Ashdod that have seized our land by unrighteous decrees through the Balfour Declaration, through violence, just as what happened with the Bruce family. And just how you have this whole council, this nationwide council thing that's trying to restore what's owed to that family. We're at the time where Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is about to restore what is rightfully ours, from our land to our status, to our strength, to our wealth, to our mindset, to our spirit. Hey, the Lord is about to fully restore Israel. Okay? Just like this family, they're seeking to restore them. Hey, and be made whole. The Lord is about to restore us and make us whole. Now, he's done that in a small sense and given us this truth. All right, changing us back from our lowest state to a higher state. But see, the Lord's about to restore Israel physically with everything that we've been denied for so long, just like this family has been denied for so long. And it's a beautiful thing, because the more truth that comes out about this devil, you better believe that they're going to continue to try to make amends so that judgment won't come hard on that ass. But there's nothing you can do about it. It's far too late for reparations. It's far too late to please the poor. And quite frankly, you can have it. I'd rather wait on what the Lord has for me and my people. As Yahweh Shai told the disciples, in my Father's house there are many mansions. Okay, you know what? Let me get that and end on it. In my Father's house there are many mansions. This is what's about to be restored to us. John 14, I'm going to start at 1. Let not your heart be troubled. All right, let not your mind be troubled, wondering when we're going to be restored, wondering why we haven't had a chance to have our how do you say, our time to enjoy the fruits of the land, or when is this going to end? Don't let all that stuff trouble you. It says, believe in the Most High, believe also in me. And what's that? This truth and the promises that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has guaranteed us through our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? It says, in my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. So the Lord, knowing that we are in a lower state, is going to come back and get us and restore us. Not only spiritually, but physically. This is the true reparations that we're waiting for. And hey, once we get it back, we ain't losing it. So this is another reason why it says in the first verse, let not your heart be troubled. Because when this happens, that's it. You ain't got to worry about going back to the bottom or bad Uncle Esau taking it. You don't have to worry about the KKK or the good old boys and Edomite supremacists, unjust lawyers and judges and cops. That stuff is going to be a thing of the past, never to arise again. So this was a interesting article that I just so happened to stumble on. If you have time to read it, it's a good read. Uh, but that this is something I just can't wait to end, so we can be restored. Just like they're trying to restore the Bruce family. So I hope you all were edified. Until the next time, we're gonna say shalom.